Coach, first day of shells and the quick turnaround from last night to this morning, how do you think they responded?
I thought they did very well. A lot of energy. We had meetings at 6:30 and went all the way to 8:15. Come out here for a 2.5 hour practice. Took it a little bit slower today because we're introducing some new concepts and schemes, but thought they did very well.
What have you seen out of the inside linebacker position, particularly a guy like Charlie Thomas, who's been changed around a lot, but looks like he's starting to climb up the depth chart a little bit?
Yeah, it's still too early to evaluate that. We need a lot more time. Again, it's tough. I never really make an evaluation of anybody when you're doing installation because they're doing so much thinking. Once we get everything done, we have a couple of scrimmages, we'll have a better feel for it.
So we should ask you about his potential at that position?
Yeah, I think he's very athletic. He needs to put on just a little bit of weight, but he's very athletic. He's very sudden, and it's just a matter of being consistent within our scheme, and that's what this is all about, to try to teach him that.
What have you seen from Sean Ward? You saw him working with the first team a little bit today.
He's a fluid athlete. He's 240 pounds. He's fairly strong. Maybe not so much in the weight room, but he's strong on the football field. He has a sense of maturity about him that may allow him to play. We're taking a look at him hard to see what he can bring this year.
Have you had a chance to look and see what Howard Matthews has been able to bring to the second team?
What I have seen of Howard, when we talk about schemes and teaching, he's jumped out as someone who's really picked up what we're doing, and is very confident and has a grasp coming in. He's been very well coached in high school, has a grasp coming in on not just what he's supposed to do at his position, but what everybody's doing. He understands concepts. So every once in a while you come across a guy like that jumps out early as someone who really understands football, and he understands football, and he's catching on pretty quickly.
Got to feel pretty good about those two guys from Cy Springs with bags too, the way he's made a progression.
Yeah, I mean, they're very well coached, and so they come in here, ahead of the game because of that. And Baggs being here in the spring certainly helped him in his development. But where Howard is right now, considering the third practice, is pretty impressive. He's a big physical guy that can run, number one. But number two, how he's picked things up mentally really was a pleasant surprise.
Would you say the same thing about freshman Ben Compton, who's been working with the second string?
Yeah, he's done it. I mean, Matthews has really jumped out there. I mean, for what we're asking him to do at safety is pretty intense. Ben as well, he had a lot of bad snaps the first day. He hasn't played center, so we're making him into a center. And the ball was on the ground a bunch the first day, and then really relatively few bad snaps today. I think we had 1 or 2, so and that's not acceptable. But he's really been able to fix that. But yeah, I think he has a good understanding. Again, we're very well coached in high school. Played defense in high school as well. But yeah, I'd say he's ahead of the curve right now.
Got time for 1 or 2 more?
Coach, did you see the Andy Staples preseason rankings?
Mm-hmm.
He ranked A&M number 6, but that's just a number. I'm more interested to know if he compared every team to a band. Like OU was the Beatles. He compared y'all to the Strokes. Do you agree with that, or what band would you think you guys would be?
The Aggie Band. Anything else?
Anything else, Coach?
Yeah, last one. There's been a little bit of rotation at receiver among the first team. Has there been anybody who's kind of made a move here in the first few days that you've been pleasantly surprised by?
I thought Nate Askew came out and was has done some pretty good things. I think collectively as a group, they're all working pretty hard. I don't know if I could identify just one guy. Brandon Jackson did some nice things today. Malcolm Kennedy has done some nice things. So it's hard to pinpoint one guy, but the first 2 days, Askew probably.
Did you talk about the owner giving the commencement address tonight?
Yeah, I mean, not very often does a football coach get an opportunity like that during so I have a unique honor because my son is graduating. Matt is in 3 years, and so he's graduating. We have about 6 football players who are also graduating, so I don't know if that'll ever be replicated where a college football coach is there for his son and his players as a commencement speaker at a convocation. So I'm very honored. It's a tremendous privilege and a little bit intimidating, to say the least.